Hello, and I'd like to welcome you all once again to the old schoolhouse here in the hamlet of Butterstone for another one of our wee Saturday night concerts. And I'd like to welcome you all into the old schoolhouse. And there's just Jenny and I here tonight, and we're both recovering from the cold. But it's all right, because I've got my wee handkerchief here and my vocal zones in my back pocket. So I think I'm making a recovery, but it's pretty grim. Anyway, it's been a funny week. It's very cold in here in the old schoolhouse tonight, and actually for the last 2 or 3 days, my son Jamie and I have been replacing all our security cameras, and of course Callum's been involved, my 10-year-old grandson, and it feels like Fort Knox now with all the cameras that are around. I just watched a TV program called Capture just the other night. It was a series about cameras, and terrifying it was, but the old schoolhouse is feeling a little bit like that tonight. And so Callum put one in here, and I'm sure he'll be spying on us while we're doing our live show. Anyway, I'm going to start off with this first request. I've got my wee request list here, and this is a song that I wrote for me and my sister, because we grew up in kind of, and I've told this story before, but in case you've just tuned in, we grew up in real rural life, my sister and I. And my dad was the head gardener for a very wealthy lord. A little bit like Downton Abbey, and there was a big estate with a big mansion house and all the kind of foresters, and we grew up with all these really simple people, but they were brilliant actually, and so I wrote this song about it, and you realise much later on that these are the people that make the path. You know, it's their simple wisdom that makes the path that gives you the information that you use as you go through the rest of your life. And this was requested, I'm going to do the request just now, by Keith and Ann Kendall from Leyburn for her birthday, and also for Sue Elmy from Waterford in Michigan, who also has a birthday coming up. So this is my wee request sheets here. So we'll have a wee go at the song and see what happens. And it's called Stepping Stones, because you realise that these people that you grew up with, they make the stepping stones that help you through your young life. Welcome to the stage the wonderful Tatty Faces, who will be accompanying me tonight. So much time has gone since we worked out in these open fields, the hopes of generations pulled around us, and a strength revealed, and so much has been done since we ran around the snake holes, never knowing where our gentle lights might lead us. Oh, if indeed it could. Oh, but we do not stand alone. Oh, we stand with all the others we worldly grew, with nothing greater than what working days had shown then. They gave us all they knew, and though their dreams were small, oh, their true and rural hearts were strong, and with an honest smile shines from somewhere distant. They helped us all along. Oh, and we do not stand alone. I know we stand with all the others out in the deep unknown. I know we stand upon their stepping stones. And in these silent towers, when reflection lays our journey down, and we think on all departed conversations, it's such an earthly sound. Oh, but we do not stand alone. I know we stand with all the others out in the deep unknown. I know we stand with all the others out in the deep unknown. I know we stand with all the others out in the deep unknown. I know we stand upon their stepping stones. Thank you very much, and that's my song about me and my wee sister, and the stepping stones of the wonderful rural folk that we grew up with, that give us our first senses of life's values, you know, which I'll always be indebted to them for. Anyway, continue with this wee song. Oh no, I'm going to do a wee thing actually, because a lot of people don't know that that this is the old schoolhouse where we're doing the broadcast from, and it kind of ties in with what we were talking about, stepping stones and things and that. And Jenny and I are going to try a wee bit of something here, but this is the old schoolhouse, and it's a one-room school where all the rural kids from the surrounding area of the wee hamlet of Butterstone would have come, and I went to school here. When I was a wee boy, and my dad went to school in the 1930s, and actually I have a photograph of my dad, and we're going to. Anyway, I just thought I would you see, an experiment in letting you see if I can show you the odd photograph or two. Anyway, so this next song was requested by Ellen James from Brisbane in Australia. Now, I was over in Brisbane about this time last year, actually, believe it or not. Beautiful part of the world, actually. And, very hot, although it wasn't very hot when I was there. The weather was kind of weird when I was there, but a great part of the world. And I've been singing songs, and this is my 51st year as a traveling troubadour songwriter. And sadly, over the years, I've lost a lot of my musician friends, the ones that I wanted to get old with, and the ones that we'd have great stories. I always imagined us all sitting around a big fire, smoking our pipes or whatever, and recalling stories from our touring days. But sadly, I've lost a lot of them, and it's a funny thing. It seems like the kind of journey changes every now and again, and you go one direction and they go another direction. And so I wrote this song about that. It's a bit of a sad song, but let's see how we go. So, old friends, we say goodbye. The journey's lost and gone, and I can barely recognize the road we traveled on. Lost inside the mist of time, the memories fade away. The story turned and you would leave. It turned and I would stay. Sometimes I hear the music when I wait for sleep to call. It gently fills the empty space that hides inside us all. Lost inside the mist of time, the memories fade away. The story turned and you would leave. It turned and I would stay. And so I'll say the last goodbye and heal this heart of mine. I'll travel down some other road, some other dream to find. Lost inside the mist of time, the memories fade away. The story turned and you leave. It turned Thank you very much, and that's my wee song, Mists of Time, and for all the people that I would love to have still had around to hang out with in my 70 years and 10. Anyway, I am going to continue with this song, which I don't sing this very often, and it was a request, so I'm going to have a wee go at it. Now, I wrote it on the banjo, and but I'm going to play it on the guitar just to see if it will work. And this is requested by Jutta Müller from Rothenburg in southern Bavaria. Now, I used to live in Ulm, down in Schwaben. I don't think that was very far away from there. In fact, that town seems to ring a bell. I think I might have done some concerts there all those years ago. In Rothenburg in southern Bavaria, a beautiful part of the world down there as well. I loved it when I lived there for a couple of years, and just outside Ulm on the Schwäbisch Alb, in a place called Amstetten. It was called Amstetten, and I used to take the train into Stuttgart every 2 or 3 days and busk in the streets in Stuttgart. It's also for Frank James from Calgary in Canada. And wow, I spent some time in Calgary as well over the years. That's a great part of the country, actually. I love that. It's one of the coldest places I've ever been, I think. So try this to see how we go on. We hold it so tight, but we can't make it stay. And it slips through our fingers, a debt to repay. We try to persuade with a truth and a lie, but it slips through our fingers without a goodbye. There's nothing to do and there's nothing to say. It's waited too long to perform the perfect getaway. We've given the place it needs to survive. We've given a place to repair and revive. But hope fades away and all dreams will burn, and it slips through our fingers never to return. And there's nothing to do, there's nothing to say. Sorry, we've waited too long to perform the perfect getaway. And time is our master, and fate holds our chains, and we climb through it all until nothing remains. And across the horizon we think we can see, but it slips through our fingers in its race to be free. And there's nothing to do and there's nothing to say. It's waited too long to perform the perfect getaway. Maybe you can help me with that, the global choir. I've got a tickle in my throat now. So you sing, this is what you sing. And there's nothing to do and there's nothing to say. It's waited too long to perform the perfect getaway. You got it? Try it again. And there's nothing to do and there's nothing to say. It's waited too long to perform the perfect getaway. We hold it so tight, but we can't make it stay. And it slips through our fingers, a debt to repay. And we try to persuade with the truth and a lie, but it slips through our fingers without a goodbye. Here we go, and there's nothing to do and there's nothing to say. It's waited too long to perform the perfect getaway. Does the global choir want to try it on your own? Yeah, try it on your own. Be brave. Here we go. On your own. And there's nothing to do and there's nothing to say. It's waited too long to perform the perfect getaway. That's fantastic. I'm shocked how good that sounded here in the old schoolhouse. It's a bit bizarre. We'll do it again on your own again, because that sounds great. And there's nothing to do and there's nothing to say. It's waited too long to perform the perfect getaway. Fantastic. And there's nothing to do and there's nothing to say. It's waited too long to perform the perfect getaway. Well done. I'm sorry I kind of landed that on you. I wasn't really intending it to be a chorus song, but it's that's my perfect getaway song, my strange perfect getaway song, played on the guitar. I'll have to play it on the banjo how I wrote it one of these nights. But anyway, that's we're getting close to the end now, and I'm going to do this wee song. I did a trad song last week, and I'm going to do another one just now. This is another song I learned from my father. Now, I don't know where he got it, and I recorded it some years ago, and it's a beautiful little song. It's just one of these little simple songs, and it's called Kelpo Glen. Now, I think Kelpo Glen is down in the border somewhere. I can't find out anything about the song. I don't think it's particularly old. I think it might have been kind of a turn of the century type song, a music hall song or something. I don't know, but it's a lovely song. I'm just going to have a mouthful of Nigel Sport. I've got a real tickle in my throat. That's why I had a tickle in my throat last weekend, because that was the cold starting, or the flu, whatever it is. Well, we'll try and get through this now. So it's a lovely old song. And I actually had a request for this a wee while ago. This was for Andrea Anderson from Lochmaben. In Lochmaben, in Lochmaben, I can't see, in the UK, and this is, I think it's a border song. I think there's a wee burn called the Kelpo burn. I think it must be the wee Glen that goes through the. So. Oh, sing no mountains and wild raging seas, of swift swelling torrents or clefts grim and heave. Sing o' the Barney, the hill shepherds ken. Oh, sing o' the beauties of lone Kelpo Glen. I seen ye fair Kelpo in the summer sea breath, and still autumn evenings in the harvest moon's light, and when winter's brave tempest scars our hill and den, and when spring blooms hey dead ye, O lone Kelpo Glen. I gumped in your waters about Callan at school. I saw to the whomp's nests on moorland and hill. By your green paths I've wandered in the gloaming hours when love made twa hearts lighter in lone Kelpo Glen. I hae left you, and my word I maun dee, in a far distant country across the grey sea. But whate'er may befall me, the kind poor send that I in smear shall see you, O lone Kelpo Glen. Oh, sing no mountains and wide raging seas, of swift swelling torrents or cliffs grim and high, but sing o' the burnie the hill shepherds ken. Oh, sing oh the beauties of lone Kelpo Glen. Thank you very much. That's a beautiful little song, isn't it? Kelpo Glen. And it's obviously somebody who's exiled abroad somewhere, maybe in America, maybe in Australia, maybe in somewhere. And he's thinking of the place where he grew up, you know, and how he played about the burn, the wee Kelpo burn when he was young. And then at the end he's going, that he'll once more see the little Glen. Whate'er may befall me, the kind poor send, the kind powers send, that once more I'll see you, oh there, Kelpo Glen. It's lovely. I love the kind of way that they put these wee songs are put together. You know, they might be kind of romantic, but they've got a lovely sense of honesty in them, I think. You know. Anyway, that brings me to the end of this weekend. This wee Saturday night show. Thank you for joining us, me and the Tatty Faces, and for Jenny. And thanks for, I think Callum's monitoring the show from Airntully, a few miles away from here. And I'm sure he's spying on me on the intercom cameras that he's put everywhere. That's just so because he can't come here every Saturday night. He just but he can tune in with the CCTV. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me. I've just got to remind you of a couple of things. Jenny and I won't be here next weekend. We're going to be away, but we will be in touch with you at 9 o'clock from wherever we are. We'll cook up some little thing to kind of to stay in touch with everybody. And and the next ticketed concert, which is Live 258, our wee spring special, will be on Saturday the March the 1st, and you can get the tickets at dougiemacleanlive.com. And buying tickets for our wee live shows really helps us, because it keeps all the kind of the wheels of the Butterstone machine rotating. Anyway, hope you're all looking after each other, and the world gets more and more weird as time goes on, and I think there's a real place for music in these troubled times. So I hope you're all looking after each other, staying cheery, smiling like a tatty face, and I'll see you. I'll be in communication some way next weekend. Night, and you all take care. Bye-bye.